is Chris, and I'm Cindy, and this is our salty dog Trooper and our salty kitty Stella, and we've got some salty tales to tell you. So make sure you continue watching and also click the subscribe button so you don't miss any in the future. I'm sweating. Like gross sweating because of this. This is the canvas from the boat. So I got the new sail rate machine out. I'm like, woo, I'm gonna start working on it because I got the fabric that I needed. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna lay this out and then I'm gonna get the fabric to lay over it and, get it all set up. It sounds easy, but this is a monstrosity of a canvas. It is so big because that's only the width. This is the width of it, the width. This is the length. Like if I was to unroll this, it would go like way out here. So little old Cindy needed to move this whole piece, which is 2 layers with zippers, and it's cracking. So I'm trying to be like delicately handling it. Had to move it into the dining room so I could lay it out and get all the new fabric put on and clipped in place so I can stitch it all on. And I'm sweating because it's turning into like the biggest like insane workout and crap show I've ever imagined. And so my friend's like, you need to film this because she's like, just you telling me what's going on. She's like, you need to put it on your channel. So here I am. This is already laid out in the dining room, but now I have the challenge of getting the new fabric to lay on top of the old fabric so I can clip it into place. And you're all gonna get to see how ridiculously bad I do this. And then once it's all in place, I gotta get it up onto the table to stitch it. I was like, I don't see how this is gonna work. So I think I might actually move this 100 and something pound sewing machine to the floor maybe to stitch it. But that's gonna require Chris because there's no way I can do all that. I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know. And I would say, if you have any suggestions, let me know. But by the time you see this, it'll be done. It better be done because if it's not, I'm gonna scream and cry. This is like way more than I thought. And now I know why people just pay canvas shops. And I knew it was gonna be a lot of work, but I was like, yeah, I'm just doing a patch job. It won't be that bad. When you have a canvas on your boat, it doesn't look big. When you take it off your boat and you try to fold it up, you realize how big it is, like how humongous it is. And this is nuts. But I already did stitch. We had one of the zippers coming off the isinglass on one of our other panels. So I already did a stitch on that and fixed it, but the stitch didn't come out straight because I'm trying to maneuver the canvas panels as I sew. So I really do think I'm gonna have to move to the floor to do all this, which is weird and awkward and it's gonna hurt my back, but that's okay. I don't have a big enough flat area to work in. And the canvas is very stiff and very brittle because it's very old. It might even be original to the boat, and the boat's a 93. Already I was like, ooh, I want to reupholster our seats. I gotta calm down. All right, so I'm gonna let you watch as I struggle and we're all gonna laugh. I ordered this from Rex Fabrics and I had a coupon code through Google that worked. So it ended up being very affordable. So because the length is so long, I had to do, it's 3.5 yards. I had to order 4 because you can only order in whole numbers. But I'm really glad it's wide because I'm gonna do this section, but when we were taking it down, this all started cracking. So I have to figure something out so it doesn't look tacky. It's just gonna end up with extra seams in it, I think. It is what it is. Nice. It's like a pen mark. Ugh. Are you kidding me? Awesome. I don't think I can get around that pen mark. Nope. So they make clips that you can clip on to your seams. Oh God, here comes the cat. Hello, Missy. They make clips that you can use. They're like actual fabric clips. I didn't buy any. I have binder clips. So we're gonna use binder clips. And what I'm gonna do is clip it in place, then put my binding tape on, which is like a two-sided adhesive binding tape. Like unclip, run the binding tape, reclip. Because I don't want this moving once it's on. And then I'll do my stitching. The first thing I'm gonna do is kind of clip it into place and then cut it. And then I'll do the fold for the seam. And these clips aren't gonna work because I'm not clipping like two seams together. I'm literally just stitching this over it. So I guess I just gotta go right to the binding tape. So this is why you pay a canvas shop, by the way. Because we would just go and pick it up and be like, thank you, and it'd be over. Kudos to anybody that does canvas work. I give you lots and lots and lots of credit. This is not an easy task. Keep this in place while I stitch it, unless maybe I use like spray adhesive. I don't know if that's gonna screw up the fabric. I gotta figure something out though. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to use spray adhesive and hope it doesn't change the integrity of the fabric, because honestly I can't figure out any other way to do this. Let me see if this stuff works on the other side of it. Oh, God, this is stupid and annoying. It's like you think you can figure it out and then you like go to do it and you're like, no, not at all what I was thinking. It's supposed to work on canvas. It's working on the other side, sort of, a little bit. Yeah, it's not working on the canvas. This is turning out to be a pain in the ass because just the supplies are not working the way they're supposed to work. Like, how are you supposed to sew this? This is useless. And here I am using it anyway, like it's gonna start working because I'm telling it to. I don't know. This isn't, oh my God, none of this is working out, so I'm gonna take a break. Apparently this is her new bed. What are you doing, Missy? Is that your bed? You better not scratch it. Oh, you're so pretty. It's a bad idea. Trying to get this canvas project done. I figured I would let you join me. This seal rate machine's a little intimidating, but oh my gosh, it's amazing once you get used to it. Just putting the hem in, hopefully, I think. The only problem is, as you saw the other day, it's almost impossible to get this attached so I can sew it. So I decided to go with the spray adhesive idea that I had. I hope it works, but here's the thing. It'll be a good test because we are only using this for a year, and then we are putting solar panels on top of the boat. This just needs to last this season. It just needs to get us through this season and buy us all that time. And so even if the spray adhesive, you know, isn't the best idea, like we'll find out. And it's, you know, it's not a big deal, you know, as long as it gets us through the year. And the great thing is you won't see, you know, if the spray adhesive like soaks through at all, which I don't think it will, but if it does, it'll be on the top part, which looks like garbage anyway, as you can see, like, ew. But it won't be on the underneath because it's got that vinyl coating. So that's the part that when you look up, you see. So it's not gonna matter. And I convinced myself it's fine. I literally have been losing sleep over this. So I'll be glad when it's done. Here we go. I use 3M general purpose spray adhesive. I use this for anything I need spray adhesive, and I love it. It works really well. So we're gonna do it. And I'm scared. So when you spray adhesive something, you want to spray each side of what you're adhering. You would spray like this part and this part, and then you let it sit for a minute until it's tacky, and then you stick them together and they stay. The reason I'm doing this is because this fabric is too thick to use ends, and this is the only idea I could think of. And it's just to keep it in place while I'm stitching. It's not, obviously this isn't how I'm gonna attach this. Ooh, yeah, that's sticky there. I think this is gonna do the trick. And then what I'm gonna do, let me just chill on my new canvas. What I'm gonna do is bring the sail rate machine down to the floor because I need a huge workspace, and the table's not gonna be enough. I'll wait till Chris is home to stitch this in place. I think I'm gonna need him to help maneuver the canvas as I go. But in the meantime, after this is dry and I'm waiting for Chris, I'll be able to cut the next strip to go over here. And then it will be on to the panels with the isinglass. The isinglass, as you saw in earlier videos, if you've been watching our channel, you would have seen the isinglass got severely damaged on two of the panels. One is really bad. The other one isn't as bad. So I got new isinglass. It came in yesterday. I ordered it online on Amazon. I don't know how it'll work out like long term, but here it is. It looks dark, but then when you separate it, it's normal. So I got enough to do all 3 front panels on the boat because 2 are damaged. So I figured why not do all 3, and then we'll have very clear new isinglass on those front 3 panels. This is temporary also. I know it seems crazy, but anybody that's in boating knows, like, sometimes you have to do temporary fixes until you can do your real fixes, because you need things to function. So we needed this to function this year, but next year we're getting solar panels, and the way the canvas works now is you'll see, like, so this zips over the stainless pole, and then the canvas zips into this, but this all kind of hangs like over, and the stainless framing is curved also. And so the solar panels are not going to be sitting curved, obviously. They're going to be flat instead of like rounded. So we're going to need to redo all of our canvas to connect to the solar panels, because the solar panels will be our new top. So in order to do that, they're all going to have to get remade. We could modify the existing ones to make them work, but these are so old and brittle, and the isinglass is so garbagey. We're going to just redo them all next year. And depending on how this goes, I might be able to fashion that myself. Or, you know, we'll just splurge and have a canvas shop do it. It'll really depend on what the cost comparison, you know, to have a canvas shop or for me to do it. If it's like $1,000 difference, which it probably will be, it might make sense for me to do it. But I mean, that's like a lot of work and a lot of time. And it's like, you kind of got to weigh out, like, is my time worth it type thing. You know, a canvas shop would be able to have it done in like 3 weeks, whereas I don't know, it might take me all winter. I don't know. But if it is like a winter project, I can do that. So we'll have to play it by ear. But for now, this is all temporary. So I didn't splurge on the isinglass. It'll be a fun little way to see how this isinglass holds up, because it was way cheaper to get this. It said it can be used in marine applications, but it didn't say it was like marine plastic. But it's 40 gauge. It's very thick. It's, you know, exactly what we had on the boat already. Oh, look who's coming to check out her bed situation, because she thinks this is one of her new beds. Anyway, so yeah, we figured we'll give it a whirl and we'll let you all know how it holds up for the season. Yeah, here we go. What are you doing, Stella?
The spray adhesive is dry enough.
So now I need to cut this piece to go there. This is where it's tricky, because we have a pen mark from the factory, which I emailed them, and they said, oh, well, since you cut the fabric, there's nothing we can do. Yeah, so Rex Fabrics, you're highly disappointing in your customer service. Yeah, and there's no way around it. It's gonna be part of our canvas. But we'll see, maybe some acetone could help remove it. I don't know. At this point, it's the least of our worries. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little 1/4 inch seam down each side, and then just sew the panel in. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, people. I can't wait till boating season so we can just enjoy all of our hard work. Oh, and don't mind this. This is my new hair. If you're new to the channel, I have an autoimmune disease, and I got really sick about 1.5 years ago and lost half my hair, and that's why I've looked like a scraggly mess for this whole last year. But it's growing in. It just, yeah.
Okay, so this side is held on okay with the adhesive. So now I dug this hot mess out of our garage. So this was originally a cockpit cover that was made for the boat. Ooh, spider, ew, ew. So the reason that we're going to use this is because, first of all, we're not going to use it as a cockpit cover. It would be nice, but we're not going to use it. I know us. And second of all, this has a lot of needed repairs if it was to be used as a cockpit cover. You know, lots. So we held on to it and we just threw it in our garage because we were like, well, you never know when we'll need it. So me, I am going to cut off all the zippers, cut out all the seams, and just see what I have to work with. Now these zippers, I am eventually going to take the stitching out and keep. They're not super expensive, but I might as well, right? I will just cut those out and keep them for now, like with the canvas sewed to them, but eventually I'll probably take the stitching out, or maybe I won't, I don't know. That's my goal right now, because then I'll be able to get the two pieces for here and there to go on the other side, and then I'll be able to just sew it all in one foul swoop. Is that what one foul swoop? Is that the saying? There's another YouTube channel that was talking about that. I think that's the saying, but I'll be able to just sew it all at once, front and back, hopefully, if all goes well. We will see. I'm gonna get going on that. Stay tuned and watch next week so you can see how this all pans out.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire.